God, who at various times and in various ways spoke in time past to the fathers by the prophets, has in these last days spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, through whom also he made the world. You have a Jew writing to a Jewish audience. And what does he do? He comes out of the gate and he drops this theological nuclear bomb on his brethren. And it is the bomb of all bombs, declaring Yeshua as the Son of God. But he doesn't stop there. He goes on and says, oh no, just so you know, and maybe you don't understand, but all things were made through him. The writer of Hebrews in this introduction just put Yeshua on a level that no one can be on except God himself. No one. Think about this. Why do I say that? When you start talking about creation and who is responsible for creating the heavens and the earth, there's only one person that comes to mind. It is the God of Israel. Period. And now this writer just comes out, he divulges this great revelation in regard to Yeshua. He's the one. What do you want to talk about a dramatic entrance, okay, into this epistle? You can't even read through the second verse, and already the writer of Hebrews is declaring Yeshua as God. Controversial, absolutely. He didn't say it to be controversial. He's actually saying it to deal with the controversy. This reality of what the writer of Hebrews is proclaiming here is foundational to the faith. It's instrumental. You must get this. You have to have this right. You know, I'm going to tell you, and listen to me very, very carefully. The number one reason Jewish people reject Jesus as the Jewish Messiah is because of what is just presented right here. When you go to Israel, you get to see many wonderful things and other things that are interesting. One of the things I got to witness when I was there is evangelism. Now, the coolest thing in the world is what you want to see, is you want to see people telling the Jewish people about Jesus, about Yeshua. This is what you want to see. Unfortunately, oftentimes what you see is a situation where the person coming in doing the evangelism does not appreciate where the Jewish person is coming from, their heritage, their upbringing, what they've known, what they've been taught by the rabbis in the Torah through the Tanakh, and they completely miss it. I believe they all had the right heart, but they didn't have the perspective. And that can be that's a game changer in how you present the gospel to the Jewish people. And I actually witnessed this one. These two guys were out on the street. I was in the Ben Yehuda district, and they're out telling, on the street, just walking around doing street evangelism, trying to talk to people and tell people about Yeshua. And this Orthodox runs over and go, what are you doing? This is, why are you doing that? And these guys they were Gentiles, okay? And they proceeded to tell this Orthodox, well, we're just proclaiming the Jewish Messiah. And they didn't say the term Jesus, and they were specific to let them know we're calling him Yeshua, as though that's going to give you some special backstage pass into their heart because now you say Yeshua instead of Jesus. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to dispel any misconception. It's not true. That's not going to give you any special insight with the Jew or a special favor with them. He proceeded to tell them, you are a pagan. You worship a pagan God. You do not worship Hashem. Hashem is one God. You worship three. We don't worship three gods. And the conversation was over. They were not prepared to deal with that situation. They were prepared. What they tried to argue is they tried to get in, well, look at all the prophecies. Look at all these amazing prophecies. Yeshua fulfilled this prophecy and this prophecy. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't bother. Don't bother going there until you deal with this number one issue. This issue, the issue that the writer of Hebrews is bringing to the table, because you could show till the cows come home how you think Yeshua filled all the prophecies, and they're going to come back and say, you're a pagan. You worship a false God. We only worship one God. You worship three. I want to take an encyclopedia of Judaism. Applying our criteria, the answer is clear. Christianity in none of its forms qualifies as either Judaism or its sibling. This is what they're saying. Pay close attention. Whether you're Roman Catholic, whether you're a Christian evangelical, or whether you're a Messianic Torah-observant believer in Yeshua, it doesn't matter. You have no part or affiliation with biblical Judaism. He goes on and says this. While deeply indebted to biblical Judaism, Christianity so changes each of the three basic elements of normative Judaism that it is rightly viewed as a different religion. And then we get to the crux. First of all, the God, meaning the God of Christianity, is very different. A triune divinity and one of three modalities is a divine human being. In other words, Yeshua. Something inconceivable within normative Judaism. Think about that statement. So I'm going to tell you, unless you appreciate this reality, we're not going to have a real good impact on Orthodox Judaism. We're not. Or even secular Jews who will go back to the rabbis and they'll talk to them and say, there's no conversation to have. They're absolute pagans. So I hope you feel the weight of what we're getting into with Hebrews chapter 1. A Jew speaking to his Jewish brethren, establishing foundational principles of the faith. And the ultimate foundational principle is understanding who Yeshua is, his character, his nature. It's everything. We have to have this right. And biblically, we have to be able to share this reality and a methodology in a way that the writer of Hebrews is doing, because he does it from a very Hebraic mindset.
Hey there, this is Mike at Corner Fringe Ministries. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked the video or it encouraged you, do us a favor. Hit the like button, don't forget to hit the share, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. Now, if you want to watch the rest of this video, hit the button here. And if you want to watch the rest of this series, you can check it out here. And don't forget, you can download the Corner Fringe Ministries app today on any of your Play stores. Thanks for joining us at Corner Fringe Ministries.